Max Logano.
Well, once again, a very happy Friday night. Thankfully, now our temperatures are on the cooling trend, and we'll see that continue as we head into the rest of our Friday night. Now, along the immediate coastline, things are still definitely a bit warmer in Cameron at 86 degrees. The rest of us are starting this cooling trend, including 80 degrees over at the Lake Charles Regional Airport and over into Oakdale. We have a temperature of 75 degrees outside right now. The heat index also down to 75. Definitely some good news there. A quick look at our radar. Locally, it shows a very quiet picture across southwest Louisiana. The only rain that I can kind of see if we scoot off to the southeast are a few showers just south of Vermilion Bay, but even those are moving well to the south and will miss southwest Louisiana. So we're not expecting much in the way of any sort of rain tonight. Instead, both the temperatures and the heat index will continue to fall on down. These are the temperatures which should end up basically into the mid-70s. Early on tomorrow morning, a few spots north of I-10 may see some low 70s like what we saw last night. So we'll see this cooling trend again continue on down. These are the heat indices you see here now, which also will end up basically into the 70s north of the interstate. But then comes tomorrow afternoon, and yes, we are going to warm up once again. We'll have a lot of sunshine out and about. Even by around our lunch hour, I think the heat index starts to get close to 100 degrees and probably end up a few degrees higher than that during the peak heating hours of the day. So with that being said, just stay hydrated and cool for any outdoor plans. Some of those outdoor plans may involve attending the McNeese tailgate tomorrow and football game. They kick off around 7 o'clock against Alcorn State. And thankfully, the weather is not looking too bad for it. Again, it's just going to be that warm, especially during the tailgating hours. But during kickoff, temperatures into the upper 80s are likely, cooling throughout the game. Overall, the warm, dry pattern does not change this weekend thanks to upper-level high pressure. But that starts to scoot off to the east as we head into next week. So since that gets out of the picture, we'll see some better moisture arrive, perhaps a few showers starting Tuesday. Then later in the week, we start to track the progress of a cold front to the west. If it gets close enough, sure, we could see an increase in rain chances and maybe even some cooler weather if it makes it to southwest Louisiana. It also is going to have a role to play with the tropics, with models in agreement that something is likely to develop in the Gulf of Mexico between the early and middle part of next week. If that front is around, that could be good news for southwest Louisiana and keep whatever forms off to our east. But if the opposite is true, if it does not reach our area, then a track off to the west may become a bit more on the table. However, as we've been talking about the past couple of days, there's not even a tropical wave that's formed out of it yet, and with that being the case, models will always continue to flip back and forth on both its ultimate track and intensity. You'll also notice this bubble here, this orange outline. That's a big area, and a center could form in any part of that circle. So again, until we have something that forms, it's going to be very hard for models to really kind of get a handle on this. So we'll just continue to keep an eye on things. So overall this weekend, we don't have much to worry about in terms of the tropics. It's just going to be a pretty warm one as we head throughout the next several days. But again, we'll just have a lot of warm, dry weather, good for outdoor plans. Cynthia.
All right, and looking forward to a lot of